In context, the animal appears to be at least 15 feet long, much larger than any freshwater eel species, and therefore potentially something completely unknown.
In Search Of begins its second season on the History Channel with host Zachary Quinto, who travels the globe examining mysteries using the latest scientific techniques and gathering new evidence. And he joins me right now. Hey, Zach, good morning.
Hey, Jeff, how are you?
Hey, thanks so much for speaking to me today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Well, Zachary, I am Generation X, and growing up as a little boy, In Search Of, that was my show. I mean, to watch Leonard Nimoy every week exploring mysteries like Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster and all these incredible things. And also, I was a big fan of the Sun classic films like In Search of Noah's Ark and The Lincoln Conspiracy. It was such a great time for those kind of programs. But how are you making your In Search Of your own? What kind of identity do you carve out for yourself?
Well, in the first season, it was really important for me to be on the ground and to travel around and engage in the exploration of these mysteries myself and to interview people and to have these experiences firsthand. And as an executive producer, I was able to help shape the format of the show. Second season, we were thrilled to get picked up and really excited that so many people responded to the show. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, my schedule was a little bit fuller, and I wasn't able to carve out the time to go on the road. And so we sent a great team of producers and our director around the world to kind of dive into these mysteries, and then I worked with them to shape the way to present each of the episodes to the audience in the second season. So it's it's an evolving process to format a show and to keep it moving forward. And I think we do a really exciting job of bringing these new 8 issues and topics to audiences in season 2, looking at things from a lot of different perspectives and utilizing some advancements in science and technology to hopefully get a little bit closer to to the answers behind these enduring mysteries.
What's fascinating about this In Search Of that you host, Zachary, is that you bring the latest scientific techniques. Tell me about using technology to reveal new evidence about these classic mysteries.
Yeah, we use technology, advanced sonar techniques, and then we also use a kind of projection to build a profile of what the creature would be or would have to be in order to survive there. And we explore things like size, appetite, what would it eat, how would it find a significant enough food supply to survive there. We explore some of the waterways that connect the Loch Ness to other bodies of water in the surrounding area, and explore the idea that could it be a migrating aquatic animal of some kind. I was really kind of like, how are we going to do a 2-part episode on the Loch Ness Monster? But then as we got into it and then we mixed that all in with firsthand accounts and talking to locals and people from the area, obviously, who are very passionately invested in this legend and this long-lasting unsolved mystery. So we like to, and I came away from that saying, I could keep exploring this, and the same is true of the other 7 episodes that we do this season. I think there's a lot of really interesting information that was both surprising and exciting for me personally to come across, and hopefully the same goes for audiences. Well, I think these mysteries are mysteries, and we don't drag the Loch Ness Monster up out of the water, right? But we look at what the creature or creatures might be, and so I think human beings are endlessly curious, and I think that the insatiability of that curiosity is something that that endures and will endure. Like you and I are of the same generation, and I remember this from 35 years ago, and hopefully 35 years from now, unless it washes up on the shores of the lake, people will still be curious and still be interested. I think it's a hallmark of our civilization, and it's something that I'm happy to engage and happy to continue to engage audiences in as well.
And finally today, Zach, I was there for the Star Trek junket for the television portion, and there were so many actors, they had to split everybody up in Group A and Group B. So I got Group B. So I didn't have a chance to interview you or Chris Pine, but I did get Leonard Nimoy, which was just a lifelong thrill. He was the nicest, most affable. It was just one of the greatest moments of my career. So I was curious, I know you were close friends with him. Is he on your shoulder while you tape In Search of season 2?
I think in some way Leonard's always on my shoulder. We had a really profound and indelible connection for the last decade of his life, and any chance I have to stay connected to him, to carry on his legacy, his spirit of intellectual curiosity and adventure, I leap at, and this show is certainly that. I think he's always with me in some way, and it's certainly part of the reason why I decided to jump into this experience, and I'm more than grateful that I did.
Well, congratulations on season 2 of In Search of, and when you have a chance, come visit us in Las Vegas. We'd love to have you.
Would love to. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate your time.
In Search of season 2 is now on the History Channel, and also for more reviews and interviews, just surf on over to my website, vegasfilmcritic.com. I'm Jeffrey K. Howard in Las Vegas. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.